What is up, you guys? Today, I just got the chance to see Freakier Friday. I want to give you my thoughts on it, so I'm just going to jump right into it. It's been a little bit since I've gotten to do a movie review, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. I went to Disney World, as you guys saw in my previous videos. If you did, go check them out if you haven't. I got sick at Epcot, and it kind of it didn't ruin the vacation for me, but I just did not feel good at all for probably a good 2 weeks straight. And I wasn't able to review Fantastic Four. And I got some really cool popcorn buckets that I'm going to display at the end of the year when I do my popcorn bucket haul, like the Herbie popcorn bucket Galactus. But I never got to do my Fantastic Four review, or even Together. I got to see that and never got to review that. But it's not going to stop me from seeing Freakier Friday and reviewing it. I feel a lot better, so I want to give you my thoughts on that. So as you guys know, I am a huge Disney fan, Disney nerd for life. I grew up big on Disney movies, and Freaky Friday was one of them. Freaky Friday and Parent Trap, I always had them in the same category, even though I know that they take place they came out 10 years different times. But getting into Freakier Friday, when I saw that they were making a sequel to this, I was like, oh, this is really cool. It's going to be a Disney Plus movie. I really like it. And then I saw it wasn't, and I saw it was going to theaters. And I was a little surprised by that fact that it's going to theaters, mainly because it didn't feel like the trailers did not make it feel like a movie for theaters. It didn't feel like a theatrical release at all. Having sat down, having watched the movie, I will say it's actually very surprising. It's very good. And I wasn't prepared to love this movie or like this movie, but I enjoyed it a lot. Wouldn't say that it's amazing. I wouldn't say that I loved it, but I'll say it surpassed my expectations for this movie. I thought this movie would feel like a Disney Plus movie, a movie that's outdated. It is a legacy sequel after all. And I would say, I think this is one of my, it's a good legacy sequel. It might be my top 20 legacy sequels. This movie is very funny. I enjoyed it a lot. I laughed a lot. And there was a lot of moments that made me emotional. It was kind of an emotional roller coaster. There was moments that I wanted to tear up. And again, surprising that the jokes landed for me. And I also got to see The Naked Gun recently, and I will say I didn't laugh at a lot of those jokes in that movie as much as I wanted to. I feel the comedy in this movie was so funny, and it honestly, I would say this is one of the funniest movies of the year. I laughed a lot more than I was anticipating. And honestly, I would go as far as saying I think this is better than the original Freaky Friday movie. Now, I'm probably going to go rewatch the Freaky Friday movie because I haven't seen that in a while. And I really don't think you need to see that movie to see this Freakier Friday movie. All you need to know is that, of course, Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan's characters, I believe they're named Tess and Anna. They switched their lives before they switched bodies. There are a lot of Easter eggs, of course, to the original movie. There's a lot of nods, returning characters, because it is a legacy sequel, and of course, they're gonna milk it for the views and stuff. I really enjoyed Lindsay Lohan growing up, especially, like I said, in Parent Trap and the original Freaky Friday movie, and I think this Freakier Friday movie is gonna be a very good movie to watch with families, especially if you're a family of a daughter and a mom, stuff like that. Of course, I'm a guy, so I'm surprised I enjoyed this movie as much as I did, and I think everyone in the family is gonna enjoy this, even if you are a guy in the family. When it comes to some of my negatives with the movie, though, I will admit there are a small amount of negatives. I will say I don't think the plot's anything to brag home about. It's the same story as the first movie. Except that it's obviously a little bit more complex now because we got 4 characters that switch bodies now instead of just 2. I didn't realize this until I started to notice it a little bit throughout the movie. This movie takes a while for them to start switching bodies. They don't actually ever get into the freaky part of the Freaky Friday till a while. I would say it probably takes 30-35 minutes for them to actually develop who the characters are, flesh out the story, and then get into where they cross paths with each other. But I don't know if that's a negative or a positive. I mean, it is kind of slow in the beginning, but I will say I was hooked into the character development because, again, the comedy in this movie is very funny, but if you don't find the comedy in this movie funny, then honestly, you're probably not going to enjoy the movie at all, but you're going to find that beginning a little slow. And I will admit, it is a little slow, But I enjoyed this movie. Like I said, I thought it was very funny. So I was locked in, and they played Hot to Go in the beginning of the movie. I love Chapel Roan. I love Hot to Go. So I enjoyed it, like I said. That's really my only negative about it. I mean, obviously, it's not the perfect movie, but it's Freakier Friday. It's clearly not going to be an Oscar-worthy movie. It's nothing to brag home about, but it is still, I think, a very enjoyable movie to watch in theaters that I enjoyed a lot. Overall, here are my overall thoughts on the film with my scores. The acting's nothing to brag home about. I wouldn't say this whole movie's anything to brag home about, but I would say its main positives are it's very fun, it's funny, and it has a good story, very heartwarming, and it's just a fun time, honestly. Like, it's a very shut your brain off, just watch the movie and enjoy it. Going with is a 73 out of 100. I very much enjoyed this, and it did crack the top 15 movies of the year. For me, I'm very surprised by that while watching this. I was not going into expecting... I was expecting going into this movie having this kind of lower on my list of the year, but surprisingly, it's up there. It's up there with some of the good movies of the year. So with all that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, make sure you like the video. If you really liked it, make sure you subscribe. If you want to see future videos like this, comment down what movies you would like me to see throughout the year, and make sure you ring the bell for future videos. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure. Disney out. Peace.